Hey guys, not really in a joyful mood today. Well, I was, but then I began to realise remember what today is. So as you've probably seen on my short video, that today is the anniversary of my nan's death, and I just now started having flashbacks of the night before she died. So if you guys want to know, I'm not too upset to tell you. So it started when my nan was at home in the front room, sitting in her usual spot on the sofa, and then she had a bit of an accident, fell on the front, tried to catch the sofa when she slipped, and fallen on her front, and broke her right arm. She screamed for my granddad. He called for an ambulance. She was in hospital for about a couple of hours, but then she got discharged. She got given antibiotics, and but then a week or two later, she started throwing up from the pain in her arm. And then she got back to hospital again. Only that time she stayed for a couple of days, until on the 18th of August, one night, I was in here watching TV, but then all of a sudden I pause my TV and I hear my mum crying over the phone, and my brother was about to go to work, but then we both hear my mum crying, and then she comes upstairs and says to both of us we might be losing Nan tonight, because my Nan was in a lot of pain because of a blood clot in her arm. And my mum was trying to make a decision, but she was too upset. So almost the entire family went down to the hospital to see her, except me. My mum didn't want me to see it. So I got dressed in the middle of the night, went down to my stepdad's small flat or house. I spent the night with him, but all I kept thinking about was how was everyone coping at the hospital. And my nan, she couldn't remember a few things because of the pain. And my sister was too upset to go into the hospital. And my nan made it through 24 hours. And then the next morning, a couple of hours before she died, my mum came to pick me up from my stepdad's old small house. We went down to my sister's. My sister was in a bad way. I just stayed quiet for most of the day. I didn't know what to say to them. And I was just 16 years old at the time. And my mum was in a proper bad spot. She tried to stay strong, but I knew she was hurting on the outside. And the same must have happened with my sister, and especially my granddad. My sister came to hug me all of a sudden because she was really upset. I just stayed quiet for most of the time. But I didn't get to see my nan one more time. My mum didn't want me to see it. So then as we were on Thursday the 19th, one afternoon, well, by the afternoon, my mum and my granddad both went down to the hospital to see Nan in her final moments. And it was about 2 in the afternoon, and as soon as my mum got home, she told me Nan was gone. I can still remember what my nan told me before she went back to hospital. She told me that your brother will come around. And that was it. But the last thing she told my mum was, look after your dad for me. And that was my nan's final words to my mum. And my mum told me that she does regret not bringing me to the hospital to see Nan. But I told her it's not her fault. At least I remember what she looked like. But my nan wasn't the first one that I lost. I lost my great-grandparents when I was in primary school. And I was really close with them, especially with my dad. My dad basically grew up with my great-grandparents. But then my great-granddad died when I was 6. And then my great-grandmother passed away 3 years later. So, it's like I said on my birthday, I was paying tribute to my 3 favourite grandparents who I lost over those 20 years. I'm sure you guys have lost grandparents as well. And the funny thing is, guys, my nan's funeral took place. Well, the date for the funeral was in September, and it was on the day I was supposed to be starting my first day at college, but I rescheduled for the day after the funeral. But the funeral really touched my heart, and we played my nan's favourite song, which was also her music ringtone on her phone, and that was I Will Always Love You. And that song really touches you. So, and whenever I'm at my granddad's house, or my nan and granddad's house, which is now just my granddad's, every time I look at the spot where I last spoke to my nan, I just have flashbacks of our last conversation every time, and I think about her at those moments. So if you guys have lost any grandparents or a grandparent, comment below. So yeah, my nan passed away from a blood clot in her injured arm at 84 years old. And at a funeral service we had, well, after the service we had a bunch of Welsh flags, because my nan was born in South Wales and my mum was born in North Wales, but my granddad was actually born in Birmingham. So, Godspeed, Nan, and rest in peace. I know you and my great grandparents are always watching over me. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And through tragic moments, like I just told you, stay hopeful.